Hey, what's going on guys? Today I'm doing an unboxing of this custom gaming mouse from Zelotes or Zelotes. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that, but yeah. I'm not sure how it's a custom gaming mouse. I guess you can customize some of the things in the software and whatnot, but it's not like I made this custom or anything like that. So that's a little bit misleading that it says custom gaming mouse, because I wouldn't really say it's custom. It's customizable, but it's not custom. But yeah, anyway, this is going to be an unboxing. So this is just the box that this product comes in. I'll be doing the review after I've actually used the mouse for a bit, but I decided I would show you guys what's in the packaging and whatnot before I did that. So yeah, anyway, you get a good look at the packaging here on the back of the box. Doesn't show all that much. I think it shows that there are 12 buttons maybe, and it shows what each button does and whatnot. But I think theoretically you can customize this in the software since it says custom gaming mouse. I'm not entirely sure because I haven't even opened the box yet, but we'll go ahead and check it out. So to open the box, you simply open it from the side here. There's a little sticker here that I already cut, so it's a little more secure than you can see now. But yeah, you open this. Looks like here we have the little CD with the drivers. Inside this little bag here, we do have the driver installation CD. I hope you can get the drivers online because these little CDs are annoying, but yeah, the CD barely fits in the bag, but let's try to get it a little more. There we go. Okay, so we do have the installation CD. Nothing too fancy here, just a regular mini disc, which is pretty annoying to work with, but I'm hoping you can download the drivers online. Although this is purchased off of Amazon, and Amazon companies don't always have their own websites, but I'll go ahead and check that out and let you know in the review. So other than the installation disc in the bag, we have little pads for the bottom of the mouse. So I'm assuming there's already pads on there, but if they wear out, you can put these on here, so the mouse will continue tracking as it should. As you can see, we have two instruction manuals. One is in not English, and the other is in English. I don't know why they didn't just combine them into one, but we do have two identical instruction manuals in two different languages, which I guess is nice. I believe the only thing left in the box is the mouse itself, so we'll go ahead and pull that out here. We do have a nice braided cable here with a little Velcro strap on it, so you can adjust the cable length. Then we have the mouse itself in a foam bag, so we'll go ahead and pull this out here. This is how the mouse itself comes. We do have a little piece of blue tape here, which we can simply peel off here. Very satisfying, but now it actually doesn't get any fingerprints or anything like that. That's nice. So yeah, you can see the mouse itself here. I haven't actually used this mouse at all, of course, so I'm not sure how it functions, but just looking at it, it looks like a pretty nice mouse. We do have a braided cable here, as I said earlier. It does have a Velcro strap on it, so you can kind of adjust the cable length. Say you want to plug the mouse into a keyboard or something like that, it's very nice to have this adjustable cable length because you can like shorten the cable. You don't want a full-length cable sitting on top of your desk if it's going to a USB port that's on your desk. So it's nice that you can shorten the cable. And then we do have a gold USB connector here that isn't like massive or something like that. A lot of gaming keyboards, it seems like they're competing to see who can have the biggest USB connector. So there's some that are like this long and wide, and I'm like, well, I don't understand. If you're trying to plug it into your PC or something, you may have cramped space or something, and it's really annoying. And some mouse companies make their USB connectors a lot bigger than they have to be, but that is not the case with this one. Looks pretty nice. We do have some either Chinese or Japanese writing. I think it's Chinese. Yeah, just writing on the USB connector, not anything terrible or anything like that. It's not like there's anything on the mouse. And then on the back it says Zelotes or Zelotes, which is the brand of the mouse, but I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. It looks like on top of here we have an interesting button that isn't on normal mouse necessarily, and it just says fire, so I'm not sure exactly what this does. I'll know that in the review, but I do not currently know. I'm guessing it's like a rapid fire button or something, which would stimulate 2 mouse clicks, because I mean the fire button is right next to what is technically the fire button in like games and everything like that. So that is probably what that is. I'm guessing it just like double clicks the mouse button or something like that. You do have a nice scroll wheel that looks like it's going to light up pretty easily because it is black and clear. So as you can see, there are clear sections here. I'm guessing there's like an LED or something in the scroll wheel. I'm not entirely sure. Again, I haven't even plugged the mouse into a computer yet. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that in the review. But yeah, it looks like the scroll wheel might light up pretty nicely because it is clear and black rather than just like a black scroll or something. And the scrolling sound is pretty decent. It's not like super clicky or anything like that, which is a little unfortunate, but it still doesn't sound bad at all. There don't seem to be any mushy buttons or anything like that. All the buttons sound very, very nice and clicky, and the scroll wheel sounds decent, but it's not, the scroll wheel, I don't know, the scroll wheel scrolling doesn't feel as good as I would think I would like, but everything else feels very, very good. Every single button is very, very nice and clicky and gives very good feedback on here. So on the very, very top of the mouse, you can see we just have our fire button, we have our left and right mouse click buttons, we have a DPI switch. Looks like we have 4 different DPI modes. I'm not sure what those DPI modes are yet. And then we have a scroll click, if you count that as a button. On the side of the mouse, looks like we have 6 buttons here. For some reason it starts counting with 4, so it goes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I do not know why it would do that, because you would think it would start with like 1 maybe, and go 1 through 6 or something like that, but it starts with 4, so I guess if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, if you count those as buttons, and then don't count the DBI switch, so I guess they're just counting all the buttons, but the buttons on the side there are actually only 6, not 9, despite cutting up to 9. There is not a center button here, so it looks like a button here, but that is not a button. There are just 6 buttons here that go in a little ring. It actually looks like they'd be fairly easy to push compared to other mice that have buttons like this. Like a lot of mice have a ridiculous amount of buttons. Like I've seen some mice that have like 14 buttons here, but they're all really mushy and kind of hard to push. That is not the case with this one. You can kind of rest your thumb here if you're not wanting to push buttons, or rest your thumb here, and then you can move it around and easily feel between all the buttons. You can kind of go in a circle like that, rather than just having like a grid of buttons or something like that that are all mushy and hard to differentiate between. This is a very nice design, and I feel like these extra buttons would actually be practical in games and things like that, rather than the ridiculous 14 button gaming mice and things like that. I think this is a much more practical mouse design, and the buttons are clicky enough and tactile enough that you would definitely actually be able to utilize them in game, which is nice. Looks like a very nice mouse for in games and things like that. I haven't used the software yet, but I'm assuming you are able to customize the functions of each button and everything like that, and if you can do that, this will be a great mouse, I believe. Another thing to mention is that you can change the weights of the mouse. So to open this, you can simply go like this, kind of tip the mouse over. The weights are not at all hard to get out, which is very nice. I've had some mice that you cannot get the weights out no matter what, and it's ridiculously irritating, but that's not the case with this one. You simply turn it and the weights fall out right out, which is nice. And you can of course customize the weight in here, so you can pull one of the weights out like this, theoretically, and if you want the mouse to be lighter, of course you would take a weight out, and if you want it to be heavier, you would leave all the weights in. So it does come with the maximum amount of weights all installed in here, which is nice. So by default it's a pretty heavy mouse, but you can of course change the weight if you are wanting to do so. I think that is pretty much it for the unboxing of this C-12 custom gaming mouse from Zelotes or Zelotes. I will have a review up of this mouse in a few days, hopefully. I just need to use the mouse for a bit, and I'll go through the software and everything like that in the review. My problem with these mice is that the actual hardware seems to be pretty good for the price, but then the software is terrible and it's really annoying. But hopefully that's not the case with this mouse. We'll go ahead and go into it in the review. And I also am doing a giveaway of this mouse, so if you're interested in that, I'll mention it in the review, so stay tuned for that. There'll be 3 videos on this mouse: the unboxing, the review, and the giveaway. So if you're interested in that, you have a chance at winning one of these mice, and it'll be pretty cool. So yeah, anyway, this has been Jordan from Joe Reviews. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.